welcome back to Crypto Saving Experts, where we talk about the latest cryptocurrency news and take a look at the markets so that we all know exactly what is happening. My name is Jess and we do these videos every single weekday. So make sure if you are new here to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification button so you don't miss the latest cryptocurrency news. I hope everybody is having a lovely bank holiday Monday. Currently Bitcoin has moved to the downside slightly in the last 24 hours. We are looking at the price of Bitcoin at $28,532, down 2.7% in the last 24 hours. We also have Ethereum down 3.43% at 1,846. So it's not been a great 24 hours. However, we are going to discuss this at the end of today's stream. We will be doing some Bitcoin analysis. But first, we need to run through the cryptocurrency news. So stick around till the very end to see what's going on in the chart for Bitcoin. But we can see here, first of all, over on our Instagram page at Crypto Saving Expert, we've been publishing lots of news here. We can see that the First Republic's bank collapse might affect other banks. This is something we all definitely know, and something that we are all aware of, and risks we can see coming forwards. Now, a lot of people are worried about what's happening within the big banking industry right now, and people are looking for a safe haven, somewhere to store their assets. And that is why this fear around the banking system is actually causing the price of Bitcoin to increase pretty significantly. And if we can continue to see these fears spread, if we continue to see people withdrawing their money from the banking system, we may see Bitcoin continue to move to the upside. So although this is frightening times and the banking system collapsing would be an awful, awful tragedy and a huge, huge problem for everybody, it's also causing a positive effect to the Bitcoin price here. So we have seen what is, in my opinion, the way to stay safe during this period of time, which I believe is investing in cryptocurrency. Obviously, nothing is financial advice, but I'm choosing to invest my own money into cryptocurrency throughout this time because I think it is a brilliant way to store some value throughout the turbulence of what's going on with the banking system. Let's check in now with the next article here and see what's going on. We have MasterCard to seek partnerships with crypto firms to expand its cards program. Now, before we get into this article, please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification button. We do these live streams every single weekday, even on a bank holiday Monday, so make sure to like today's stream. We would greatly appreciate it. We can see here that payment giant MasterCard plans to expand its crypto cards program by seeking partnerships with crypto firms, including multiple exchanges. So we can actually see in this next article that they've already partnered with Solana, Polygon and Aptos to develop crypto credential standards. So they are making big moves into the cryptocurrency industry. We could see here that FTX's collapse briefly shook the crypto card industry, and MasterCard's willingness to work with crypto firms to issue crypto payment cards comes less than 6 months after FTX's collapse reignited fears about the industry's risks. So we are seeing them try and get involved, and we can see here that MasterCard are going to be fully compliant with crypto regulations. Obviously, this is what we always expect and what we want to see. We are looking at all of the major cryptocurrency exchanges in the US are trying their best to be regulated in the correct way, or they are giving off the perception that they are trying their best. Obviously, FTX were doing so as well, and it turns out they weren't. But they all give off this perception that they are trying to get regulated and trying and comply with the cryptocurrency regulations as best as possible, but we are still seeing the SEC target different cryptocurrency companies, and we can see cryptocurrency companies moving out of the US as a repercussion of this. But we can see here that MasterCard obviously do intend to be fully compliant with the regulations as expected. We have seen that they are trying to partner with different things with different projects to help their cards program. We can also see here that they have partnered with Solana, Polygon and Aptos to develop crypto credential standards. So let's take a look at this one. The payments giant MasterCard is collaborating with the teams behind these projects to establish a set of common standards and infrastructure that will help attest trusted and interactions among consumers and businesses using blockchain networks. So this is really important. It would be great to see a set of common standards and infrastructure that will help the companies and projects within the cryptocurrency space, and that is definitely something that the cryptocurrency space is lacking. We can see here that, let's take a look at this. They have said, the MasterCard head of crypto and blockchain has said, Regulators have worked to establish meaningful regulations for the industry, while central banks and regulated financial institutions have developed a variety of solutions on public chains. But to fully implement these rules and build scalable use cases, we need a way for trusted, compliant, and verifiable interactions to take place on public blockchain networks. So we're trying to see how we can help the movement from the traditional financial system and moving those standards over to the cryptocurrency industry. It is a really difficult task and it's a very big task, but it is something that we need to continue to push forward with. We can see here that MasterCard has ambitions to improving crypto adoption. Now that is obviously definitely something we would like to see. Let's check what's in the chat. Sean said, kind of weird, but your stream doesn't show up on the channel, only via the YouTube reminder link and the Twitter link. That is very strange. It should be showing up on the channel. I'll take a look at that after today's stream. Thank you very much for letting me know. We can see here, today's also the 1st of May. Happy May. I hope everybody has a good May. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the end of this article before we continue. MasterCard's plan to collaborate with crypto wallet providers and blockchain projects to establish crypto credential standards come hot on the heels of the company reportedly seeking partnerships with crypto firms to expand its cards program. So they're looking to drive crypto adoption. Obviously, that is exactly what we want to see. We are trying to drive adoption as much as we can here on Crypto Saving Expert. Obviously, MasterCard could have a massive, massive effect on the industry. So let's move on to the next article now. Any XRP fans out there, let me know in the chat. We can see here that it could reclaim 50 cents and the crucial 200-week moving average. Now, this is by one of the analysts here in the team at Crypto Saving Expert. You can see they've done some analysis here and it looks pretty nice right now. At the time this article was written, it was 1 day ago and the price was sat at 48 cents. Let's see where it is now. XRP currently sat at 47 cents. Let's take a look at this on the daily charts. We're looking to see if we can bounce any of those levels. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart, see what's going on. It's in a nice uptrend. We can see here that we're having higher lows and higher highs. We're continuing on an uptrend. It has seen a little bit of a pullback, but overall that uptrend has not been broken just yet. Let's take a look at the next article here. Let's get this correct. Let's check what's in the chat. Somebody said, is it really the bank crash that is pumping Bitcoin, or are we just having a normal crypto cycle of up and down? Interesting conversations here. I would personally definitely argue that the banking system fears have had an effect on the price of Bitcoin. When SVB collapsed, when Signature Bank collapsed, and whenever we've seen fears within the banking system, Bitcoin has increased significantly. So I would definitely say there is a correlation there. The other thing about it being just a normal crypto cycle of up and down, yes, we would expect volatility throughout this period of time. We are now just within the period of it being 1 year until the Bitcoin halving. So we've got about 12 months to go. Typically, if you take a look back at history, the 12 months prior to the Bitcoin halving are usually overall bullish. We don't usually see a new all-time high during that period of time. And I actually believe that we are higher than what we would have been had we not seen these fears within the banking system. Bitcoin is currently trading at, let's get this right, let's take a look at cryptosavingexpert.com. Let's take a look at the markets here. We can see the price of Bitcoin is currently at $28,575. Now, we did go all the way down to the $16,000 level. To be exact, $15,500. So we have had a significant rise since then. Now, I did believe that we would start to bottom off and we would see some nice moves to the upside. But I would say that we are higher than what we would have been had the banks not had this fear spread amongst them. So I would definitely say that has had an impact and there is some correlation there. Let's take a look at the next article now and see what's going on here. Let's take a look at this one. Crypto stealing Mac OS malware sold via Telegram. So we just need to be particularly careful. We have seen that this malware is being sold on Telegram for $1,000 per month, and that this stealer is constantly improving this malware and adding new capabilities to make it more effective. So this is being sold on Telegram, and using this malware, criminals can obtain Apple Keychain and Mac OS passwords, files, and system information. So it retrieves cookies, passwords, autofill details, credit card information, and wallet extension data from 8 types of browsers. And the malware also attempts to compromise numerous crypto wallets, including Binance, MetaMask, and Phantom. So there is a big risk here that we just need to all be aware of. and just try and stay as safe as possible. We have a course over on the Crypto Saving Expert website of how you can stay safe in cryptocurrency. If you go over to the course section here and you go to Crypto 101, we've got an online safety course here. It's literally 20 minutes long. I know when everybody comes into cryptocurrency, they want to find the next Bitcoin that they can make a huge amount of money from, but taking one of these courses that literally takes around 20 minutes could save you thousands of dollars in the future. Staying safe in the world of cryptocurrency is so important. You are in charge of your own funds, so you need to make sure that you can keep them safe. And we've got a full course here teaching you how you can keep all of that information safe. It's absolutely free to use, so just take 20 minutes out of your day and definitely check out that course. I would recommend it. I did all the videos for it as well, so you can hear more from me within that course. Let's take a look at the next article. I said that then as if it was going to be a benefit. I don't know if it is or not. Let's take a look at this next article here. We have ChatGPT restored in Italy after OpenAI addresses privacy concerns. So Italy actually banned ChatGPT a couple of weeks ago now, maybe even a month and a half ago, I'd say. And that is because they had fears over the privacy concerns. But now they've said that it's fine and it can now be restored in the jurisdiction, which is fine. I mean, I'm pretty petrified about the growth of giant AI within the last couple of weeks. I saw a statistic last week that said in 18 months' time, 95% of current job roles could be taken over by AI, which is absolutely shocking, absolutely petrifying. We can see here that on Friday, OpenAI reportedly closed a successful $300 million round of funding at a valuation of $27 billion to $29 billion. So there is a huge amount of money flushing into AI right now. But we can see here, we do still have these concerns. I personally find it absolutely petrifying. So I did a maths degree in uni a couple of years ago now, and I did a whole dissertation that I worked very, very hard on. And then I asked ChatGPT in my maths degree, the dissertation part was half code and half text. I asked it to write the piece of code for me, and it literally did it like that in about 10 seconds. Something that took me 6 months to create, ChatGPT could just do. And it's not perfect. I have found flaws in it. I've been trying to use it to help assist make some coding projects a little bit quicker, and I have found that it can't really code correctly. Sometimes it can't run, sometimes it's just not really got the idea of what I'm trying to do. So it does have its problems, but it definitely speeds up the process, and we can see how fast it's advancing and improving. So I do believe in the long term it will be even better and better and actually be a trustworthy thing. I do also like when I use it for some other things. I think you always have to fact check it because it's not always 100% correct, but it's definitely improving very, very quickly. And what it can do is still really, really impressive. So let's take a look at the next article here though anyway and see what's going on here. We have Phantom Foundation are building a crypto-friendly bank. So in a very low-key announcement, co-founder and developer of the Phantom Foundation disclosed Phantom's plan to open a crypto-friendly bank later this year. Now this is really important, and this is something we definitely want to see. We want to see banks that will interact with cryptocurrency companies because this allows cryptocurrency companies to grow. And the reveal was in a reply to a tweet by the co-founder, and he complained that Revolut had closed his account after he told them his funds were raised in crypto. So we can see here, need a card or just payments info? And if the latter, I can add you to our closed beta. If card, that will be available by the end of 2023. Crypto-friendly bank available to public within this year. So that's a pretty short time frame that they've set here. In subsequent replies in this tweet, he informed Twitter users that the Phantom Bank has a standard banking license and will require KYC registration. Moreover, while they are legally licensed to operate in the US, he explained that given the USA's stance, we probably won't accept US citizens. Which is fair enough. It's brilliant to see that cryptocurrency banks are popping up though. We did see earlier in March that many different banks that were cryptocurrency friendly, as a common term used, did shut down in the US and have run into problems, and this has meant that lots of other banks have faded away from the cryptocurrency industry as well. So it's nice to see that we have actually got a bank coming from the inside of crypto, one that can't turn against us. So let's take a look at the next article now. Here we have Tornado Cash developer returns to Twitter after release from prison. Now this story is an interesting one. So Tornado Cash is a cryptocurrency mixer. You can send your cryptocurrency into Tornado Cash and it will mix it up with other transactions transactions and then spit out your transaction to another wallet. So it kind of removes that trail of where that Bitcoin has come from or cryptocurrency has come from. So because the blockchain is transparent, we can see every single transaction that has been made on the blockchain. But if we use a cryptocurrency mixer, it makes it incredibly difficult to trace where that Bitcoin's come from, which is a new use of the technology. Well, not a new use of the technology. It's a way to use the technology in a different way. It's an interesting project. So one of the developers, Alex, has actually been put in prison. Now, he's created this code that has created a cryptocurrency mixer, and all he's done is deploy that onto a network. So the reason he's in prison is because this project and other cryptocurrency mixers helps facilitate people that are using cryptocurrencies in malicious ways. They're trying to launder money and they're trying to remove the trail of where their funds have come from. But all this guy has actually done, the developer himself, has created a piece of code. So it's a very big debate going on within cryptocurrency right now. He is now out of crypto though. Not out of crypto. He is now out on bail. And we can see here that he's just tweeted on Friday, "Sorry, I was AFK for a while. What did I miss?" So he's on bail. He's tweeting what's going on. So we can see here that, let's take a look at this. The Ethereum developer has said the most important thing is that we can walk around and work on his defense, something that was virtually impossible while detained. So he's still under trial and will appear before the court at further investigation hearing on the 24th of May. And the court will also explore the issue of his resident status. So Tornado Cash has been banned in the US. And we can see here that that is a debate to be had as well. Residents of the US are still prohibited from using or interacting with Tornado Cash following the Treasury's OFAC sanction on the 8th of August. But earlier this month, a group of US plaintiffs challenged the designation by the Office of Foreign Assets Control, and the group filed a summary judgment arguing that the sanction of the smart contract protocol is unlawful and oversteps of statutory. Jeez, I just can't speak today. It's Bank Holiday Monday, and this is what you get for doing a live stream on Bank Holiday Monday. My brain is not with it. So we can see here that this is being said to be unlawful. I wonder if Tornado Cash will come back. It does, obviously, with cryptocurrency mixes, you can see the ability that it gives people that want to launder money. Like, it's removing the trail behind Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. You can see how that can be used maliciously straight away. But the developers just created a new, pretty interesting piece of code and deployed that onto the network. I think that is a very big debate to be had. It will be interesting to see how this plays out. Let's move on to the next article now. We've talked about that one for quite a long time. Before we do, please don't forget to like today's video and subscribe and hit the bell notification button so you don't miss the latest cryptocurrency news. Also, if you go over to our Twitter and you interact with the Twitter a lot, you could win one of these lovely goodie bags that has some, I mean, these are the best parts of it, I think, these air fresheners, because they smell so good. There's two. There's a cherry one and there's a new car. I've got the cherry one so far, but I'll be trying the new car one soon. And there's there's coasters that I've just dropped it on the floor. There is not post-it notes, like notepads, so you can keep notes with your Crypto Saving Expert logos on them. So if you interact with the Twitter page, you might win one of these lovely bags. So make sure to go to our Twitter page at Crypto Saving Exp, not with the ERT because that is too long for Twitter, and give us a follow and interact with some tweets as well. We've got lots of news articles being pumped onto the Twitter page all day, every day. The team work 24/7 to provide the latest cryptocurrency news, so make sure to take advantage of it. Everything on the website is completely free, and we have brilliant cryptocurrency courses there as well. Back to today's cryptocurrency news though, we have PayPal enables crypto transfer to external wallets from Venmo users. So when PayPal first launched, they were allowing people to invest in cryptocurrency. You couldn't actually make transfers from one to the other. You could just buy and sell, and that's it. But now we can see here that millions of Venmo users can transfer crypto to external wallets. There was also, so after you could only buy and sell, they then launched that you could send between PayPal users. But now you can also sell to external users as well. So PayPal are growing on that front and making It's easier for people to get involved in the cryptocurrency space. I'm not 100% on board with buying with PayPal. Obviously, I prefer to hold things. I like to have things in cold storage wallets, or like wallets that I have the private keys for, not your key, not your crypto. But I do have friends that use PayPal to buy their cryptocurrencies because they don't really know much about crypto, and they just want to get involved in the space a little bit. I do think it will help drive adoption. It's an easy way for people to get involved without having to learn about all these different applications. So it's better than nothing, I would say. Let's take a look at this next article here and see what is going on. We have the new proposal to revive Terra Classic and USTC. So nearly a year down Terra Classic's collapse, community members are proposing a revival for the network's failed USTC coin. Now, UST was an algorithmic stablecoin. It was pegged to the dollar, and then in May 2022, it depegged and caused a massive crash for the entire cryptocurrency industry. Now they're trying to revive the project. This, in my opinion, I don't know how biased, how controversial this opinion is right now. I feel like this is quite a common opinion. I think this is a dead project. I think this is one that should just be left to fall. Obviously, many different cryptocurrency projects have had problems in the past. We've seen Ethereum have problems in the past, and it can overcome them and continue forwards. But something this significant, I don't think many people will jump back on board with that. I personally, this isn't something that I'm investing into. I always say, when I say I'm not investing into something, that doesn't mean it's not going to do well. Every cryptocurrency could do well, but you can't buy every single cryptocurrency in large amounts. So you have to be picky. And just Terra Classic and Terra and USTC is just not a project that I believe in for the long term. Yes, it may see some nice price movements following this, but overall, I'm personally, obviously nothing is financial advice, personally not going to turn bullish on Terra Classic after what happened. I think that reputation has been destroyed, and I think it's too far down the line at this point in time. But let's move on to the next article. If you want to hear about this new proposal and you are interested in USTC and Luna Classic, make sure to go to cryptosavingexpert.com and go to the news section where you can get all of this news completely for free. Also, if you sign up here, if you press this big blue button and create an account here and tick this box there, you get access to our newsletter that is launched every single Tuesday at 11 a.m. BST time. I had to think for a second then. At 11 a.m. BST time, so you'll get that tomorrow morning if you sign up today completely for free. Let's take a look at the next article here. Yorkshire authorities confiscate over $6 million in crypto from convicted drug dealer. Now, that is a huge amount of money. Look at that AI image. That's a pretty cool AI image. But we won't get into details with this one. Let's move on to the next one. Asset manager Samara donates $150,000 towards Bitcoin development. So the donation will fund the advancement of the Bitcoin network by financing a developer's salary for 3 years. Let's take a look at this article here. So Malta-based venture capital firm has donated $150,000 to Brink Technologies, a centre strengthening the Bitcoin network through research and development. So nice to see this here. And this is not the first commenting on the donation. They said that Bitcoin development, which is a common good, relies on entities like Samara and individuals like Lowry to acknowledge the significance of promoting the security, stability, and advancement of the Bitcoin protocol, which serves as the foundation of the entire industry. So definitely something very important here, and they are one of the many firms to donate to the development of the Bitcoin network. In 2021, Twitter's co-founder and former CEO Jack Dorsey and famous rapper Jay-Z gave 500 Bitcoin, worth $23.6 million, to fund Bitcoin development in Africa and India. So the endowment was set up as a blind, irrevocable trust and was to focus on teams in the selected area. I am stuttering so bad today. So obviously a lot of people just think that Bitcoin is the project, it just runs, and that is that. And we see people create different things to help support the Bitcoin network. I mean, the Lightning Network didn't come out of thin air. That helps with the Bitcoin network, and we see people still working on this to make it the best possible. And with that, we have some Bitcoin analysis. So we are 1 year ahead of the Bitcoin halving, and I cannot wait for the Bitcoin halving. It just feels like everything will start to kick off once again. We can see here that every one of these is slightly different. If you look for a Bitcoin halving countdown online, you'll see that it fluctuates slightly. That is because the Bitcoin halving is every 210,000 blocks, and every block is around every 10 minutes approximately. So you can imagine that that varies pretty significantly over a couple of days actually. And when we have the Bitcoin halving, it usually triggers a nice big bull run. So that's what I'm excited for. We can take a look what is going in the chat. I'm going to back a stablecoin with PP, said Jerome Powell. There's been a huge amount of talks about cryptocurrency meme coins in the mainstream media, in the influencer world. Meme coins are popping off recently. So let's take a look at what's going on in the cryptocurrency coins section. Let's take a look at this. To be fair, I don't know, is this going to be one? Let's take a look at this. This is Casper Labs. No, we're not going to find that on there. Let's take a look at some meme coins. Let's take a look at the biggest gainers of the day. Surely there's some meme coins in here. I'm not a meme coin expert myself. They do feel a little bit like gambling to me. They are a huge amount of risk, but they do offer some people huge amounts of rewards. We've seen in the last couple of days that Martini guy's been getting onto pizza. As I said, altcoins, meme coins are a brilliant opportunity to make a lot of money, but it is incredibly risky. So it's not something that I dabble in myself. Maybe I will do, because it seems to be a trend that's occurring here, and taking advantage of that is something that I would like to do. So potentially that's something I'll look into. Maybe I'll come tomorrow as a meme coin expert. But that is all we have really for today's news. Let's take a look at the price of Bitcoin. So the price of Bitcoin has had a bit of a fall over the last 24 hours, as we said at the start of today's stream. We have some levels of resistance here back from during the end of March at 28,600 and 28,800, and they started to act as levels of support. Now the previous 4-hour candle did bounce this one nicely. I'm not sure if we are going to see that, but it's just within that zone. So if we look for other levels of support, we have one down at $27,700. We also have one at 26.9 to 26.6 as well. So we just need to keep an eye on those. We also have a level of resistance that's brewing here as well. That's continuing to come to be honest, I would say that is the best level of resistance that we have here. So this is discluding that piece of data there. And you can see there, that's also around 29,300 as well. So just different levels that we need to keep an eye on and see which is going to bound the price of Bitcoin into a range. But that is all we have for today. So thank you very much for tuning in with me. As always, I will be back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. BST time, talking about the latest cryptocurrency news and analysing the price of Bitcoin. So thank you very much for joining us today. I hope everybody has a lovely bank holiday. Now I'll see you all back here tomorrow. Goodbye.